Alright, so I decided to take a culinary tour of the Mediterranean. I was going to go to Spain, Italy, France, Greece, the French Riviera. I mean, the beaches are supposed to be, whoa. Anyway, there was my problem. No cash. So here's what I settled for. This beautiful Mediterranean chicken dish that you are going to just love. It is incredibly flavorful. And it starts with 6 chicken thighs. I got some pepper dew. These are red cherry peppers. Okay. Now, if you can, any pepper is going to work. Any little cherry pepper will work from the supermarket. But if you can find the pepper dew, try to get them. That's 4 cloves of crushed garlic. I got about 1/3 of a cup of nice Greek Kalamata olives. Those have been pitted. I have a jar. It was a 14-ounce jar of artichoke hearts, and these Italian pepperoncini. All right, those have been sliced. And you'll notice I kept the vinegar that they came in. That's part of this dish. Now I'm going to explain a little option you have later. That was some hot Italian sausage and 1 onion sliced up. So the first prep I want you to do is I want you to stuff these pepper dew, and they're, they say they're mild, but they actually are a little spicy. They're sweet, really, really deep, intense flavor. I just love these. Now, again, if you just have to buy regular cherry peppers and stuff those in the supermarket, that's going to work beautifully. But this is a real nice product. All right, so just take a little piece of your hot Italian sausage. All right, make a little tube out of it and just put it right in there. You don't want any air pockets, so make sure you push it in really nice and deep. All right, and I also want you to overstuff them by a little bit, because what will happen when that sausage cooks, as you know, it'll shrink up a little bit. So there we go. So I had 18 of those. That meant I get 3 peppers to garnish each thigh. All right, we're going to season our thighs here. That was black pepper. I put in a tablespoon of black pepper. Seems like a lot, but again, this is a really spicy, intense dish. I got some cumin, some salt, and some olive oil. Okay, and you're going to take that black pepper, that cumin, that salt, and that olive oil, and you're just going to use your tongs and spread it around evenly. Make sure they're all coated perfectly. And in the meantime, put your casserole pot on the stove, your Dutch oven, whatever you want to use, something that has a nice lid to it, because it's going to go in the oven when we're done. And I want you to get that on high. A couple tablespoons olive oil, and I want you to sear those chicken thighs skin side down. All right, skin side down. And I'm going to go probably 5-6 minutes on medium high until I have a beautiful brown crust on those skins. Okay. Then I'm going to turn them over and give the other side just a minute sear. But again, I want you to turn them too early. I want you to see that. I'm such a tease. I want you to have them nice and golden like that. Once those are seared on both sides, you're going to pull them out. Just put them right back in the bowl they came from. Dump your onions into the pot. Again, there should be enough olive oil in there to saute those. If it looks a little dry, put another splash in. And cook those onions. Put a little pinch of salt in there. As you know, that draws out a little of the water. So I want you to cook those onions until they start to caramelize, about 5 or 6 minutes. You'll see you get a little brown color on them. All right, turn the heat down to medium and dump in your 4 garlic cloves. Now again, I crushed that. And the only way to screw up most of these dishes I show you is to burn the garlic. So we're going to go quick here. We're going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of hot pepper. That's optional. A good rounded tablespoon of that herb de Provence. So I like some dry herb at this point, and then we're going to garnish with the same types of herbs, only in a fresh state later. All right, so just give that maybe a 30-second sizzle. Again, we don't want to cook that garlic too much. And I'm going to add my cup of pepperoncini and the juice. So that juice is a really spicy, vinegary brine, and to me that's what makes this dish. If you want to have it less intense, it's still going to be delicious, but if you want it less hot, less intense, drain those, don't put the juice in, and you just make up the difference with chicken stock. Okay? So there we go. The heat is turned off. All right, heat's off. Go ahead and add your chicken. All right, skin side up. I guess it wouldn't really matter, but it looks better on camera. All right, put your 6 chicken thighs back in there. Whatever juice is leaked out, pour it back in. And then take your chicken stock, and I don't want you to cover these, but I want you to get close. I want you to cover them, well, not cover them. Drizzle it in until you're just up to the skin. That's about perfect. And then in go the rest of the ingredients. Your artichoke hearts just get sprinkled and portioned around there. Your olives, you're going to throw those in. Again, I highly suggest pitted. Avoid the lawsuits. and our peppers are going to sit right on top, and those peppers are basically just going to kind of roast and steam on top of this bubbling goodness, and it is going to be incredibly flavorful. Turn the heat back on, and I want you to cover it and pop it in the oven when you see a few little bubbles start to break the surface. So you're going to bring it back up to temperature in the oven for 1 hour at 350. All right, and we are ready to dish that beautiful thing up. I'm going to give 2 thighs as a portion, and I do want it to cool down just slightly, okay? Something that's that intense flavor, especially something that has vinegar in it from those peppers, you don't want to eat boiling hot. It'll actually be too intense and too sharp, but if you let it come down to temperature a little bit, you're really going to taste all the flavors. It's going to be incredible. All right, I top with some fresh basil, oregano, and marjoram. Anyway, I cannot wait to dig into this. This just has the whole range of flavors that is the reason people love Mediterranean food so much. It's that hot, sweet, sour, a little bit salty brininess from the olives, and the creaminess of the artichoke hearts, and the fresh herbs on top. Just doesn't get any better than this. So I really hope you give this a try and enjoy.